Joining us now with stories trending around the world is Oji Ope. Good morning, Oji.
Good morning, Dr. Bati.
Good morning.
Good morning, our favorite Naija wife. How are you this morning?
Well, I
Thank you for all
when
the
we're
care.
sitting in your parlor having a nice
Good
beverage.
morning. Yes. Good morning, Rufai. How are you this morning?
Morning, Oji.
Very well. Very well.
Instead of trying to go to Iran to know what.
No, I have no business in Iran. No business in Iran.
We'll watch from our couches.
Well, all right. Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending with the story dominating global conversations this weekend. The United States and Israel launching a barrage of strikes on Iran early Saturday morning, killing the country's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. After weeks of unsuccessful diplomatic talks, social media was flooded almost immediately with videos and images showing explosions seen and heard across Tehran as the scale of destruction became clear in real time.
No joking, guys, we have just been hit by a drone. We have it coming. It stinks of oil in here. I didn't even finish my cup of tea.
The Iranian Red Crescent Society confirmed that more than 200 people have died in Iran since the strikes began. But perhaps the most harrowing image to emerge: a girls' primary school in the city of Minab in southern Iran struck by a missile on Saturday morning, killing over 150 people, almost all of them young girls between the ages of 7 and 12. Around 170 students were inside the school at the time of the attack. Young girls, this is horrible. May their souls rest in peace. Well, President Donald Trump announced the attack in an 8-minute video released on his Truth Social account on Saturday morning, stating that the goal was to eliminate threats from the Iranian regime and warning that the war could last for weeks.
Iran's formerly supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead. This wretched and vile man had the blood of hundreds and even thousands of Americans on his hands and was responsible for the slaughter of countless thousands of innocent people all across many countries. Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved. We have very strong objectives. I once again urge the Revolutionary Guard, the Iranian military, police, to lay down your arms and receive full immunity or face certain death. It will be certain death. Won't be pretty. America is with you. I made a promise to you, and I fulfilled that promise. The rest will be up to you, but we'll be there to help. Thank you. God bless you too.
Well, and the scenes from inside Iran after that announcement were nothing short of extraordinary, as Iranians poured into the streets in cities including Tehran, celebrating the death of a man who had ruled over them for 36 years. Fireworks lit up the sky, car horns filled the air, and people danced openly, some waving the pre-revolution lion and sun flag, a symbol of defiance against the Islamic Republic. Let's take a look.
Love you, Trump! You can't imagine how we are appreciate our country, our people. I'm really appreciate. We love you.
Thank you, Mr. President Trump. God bless you. God bless America. Thank you, Mr. President.
Angeles to London, Berlin to Madrid, Iranians in the diaspora joined in, with one Iranian in Portland capturing the mood of many when she said, "I hope you never know the sheer desperation of a people praying to be bombed, only to be free." 47 years in the making, and today they are celebrating. In the meantime, not everyone was celebrating when Iranian state television confirmed the death of the supreme leader in the early hours of Sunday morning. The moment was raw, painful, and deeply human. The anchor, tasked with the breaking news to the nation, visibly struggled to keep his composure, describing Khamenei as a revered leader whose long dream of martyrdom had become true, before breaking down in tears, sobbing into his hands as others in the studio were also heard crying.
Inna lillah. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un.
The broadcast went on to announce 40 days of national mourning and a 7-day public holiday. Thousands of mourners dressed in black and holding portraits of Khamenei flooded Tehran's square, chanting "Death to America" and "Death to Israel." I mean, there's so much to unpack here, Rufai, with this story coming out of the United States and Israel. Of course, there are ripple effects with also the fact that the airports have been blocked. The Dubai airports, one of the most important airports in the world, was halted. Also, we had stories from Abu Dhabi where the state had ordered the hotels to try to make sure that the people that are stuck in their hotel rooms get extended stay. Really.
Okay, so what is happening is Trump unilaterally went to invade Iran. He didn't go through Congress. In the coming days, we'll see what Congress is going to say about it. Secondly, the reason why Iran is retaliating and striking those other countries is the fact that it's American targets there. America set up bases in those areas to be able to insulate themselves, and they're trying to attack those bases, but definitely you will have collateral damage. Also, there's a story making the round as regards Britain. Britain had to intercept a missile that was going out there to Qatar to be able to attack in Qatar. So Britain has also been dragged into this. Anyway, Keir Starmer has not been saying anything. Everybody is calling for balance at this point in time. But the way forward and the solution of this matter will be, at the end of all of this, like America claims, are they going to be able to have a regime change? It's going to be hard. Are they going to be able to put in their puppets? Because the grand scheme in all of this is to be able to put in their puppet, Reza Pahlavi. The problem America has always had with Iran, don't forget they were very good allies, was the fact that since the Shah left in 79, they don't have their person there, and this Islamic government is definitely against them. So it's about interest in the end. America did it against Mossadegh in 53, with the CIA plotting a coup against Mossadegh, and this time around they just want control. So it's a fight for control. It's a continuation of the American hegemony. Will it work? Will it not work? Only time will tell in the coming days.
Time will tell.
It's not about nuclear weapons. Let's stop deceiving ourselves.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you know, the conversation is about these two leaders, Benjamin Netanyahu and Donald Trump, expressing their emotions. That's what, you know, some people have really just fallen down this whole conversation to. I mean, because it's been years, decades of this idea of Iran having a nuclear weapon, and you know, the story is unraveling. We have an abridged time for what's trending today. I wish we had time for your comments. Would like to take another story now. Let's now bring you some updates to the Tracy O'Heary and Minister David Umahi saga over the weekend. Tracy O'Heary, the woman accusing David Umahi of owing her 250 million naira and making unwanted advances towards her, collapsed at a police station and was rushed to the Wuse District Hospital in Abuja under emergency conditions after an attempt by correctional officers to rearrest her despite reportedly perfecting her bail. Well, here is the moment she collapsed.
Please. Flag boy, come now. Flag boy. Are you
Now, prison photo, they want to carry a hospital. See hospital here. Where are you going? Why the police not out? Police this country president.
Oh, yeah, help. Come here. Somebody's life is in danger. You call. Enter the motor. Enter. She can't go back. And follow with your van. She's dying and you are telling us prison. Help her inside. This man can't wait. Help her inside. Black flag boy.
Now, we got reports that armed correctional officers said to have been deployed from Suleja, Kuje, and Kefi custodial centers arrived at the hospital in approximately 10 vehicles in a bid to rearrest Ohiri, even as medical personnel were trying to stabilize her. It took the intervention of activists Omoyele Sowore and others to prevent the officers from removing her from the hospital. Meanwhile, the minister's senior special assistant on media, Francis Mwaze, in a new video identified inconsistencies in Ohiri's story, including the ambiguity over her story's timeline. The video also highlights discrepancies in the amounts of money Ohiri claims the minister owes her. Let's take a look.
There are two videos I would like you to watch, or rather three. Yes. One of the videos you'll be watching, she said she's been owed for 3 years.
I have not put it down anything. Your husband has been owing me for 9 years in that same UK. That is Umahi, who has been owing me for 12 years.
If you ask her A, she will say B. If you ask her B, she will say Z. If you ask her C, she will say D.
There is no intimate connection or intimate relationship between the two of us. The only thing that connects you and I together is these promotional gift items that I produced for you during your election period. The only time he asked us to stay in his house, the man did not allow me to sleep. He tied cover of his waist and came into my room and was pestering me. The man served as a deputy governor in Ebonyi State for 8 years.
I feel something is wrong somewhere. You will see she's been owed 250 million. You will see she's been owed 150 million.
A job of 25.4 million naira to be free.
For you to see the character of the person you are talking about, you will see her video where she had tarnished somebody's image, someone else's image, and she came out publicly to apologize. You can see this.
To publicly tender an apology to Mr. Larry Adeniyi. Mr. Larry Adeniyi, I have apologized to you in private. I have also apologized to you through friends and family, and I'm here to sincerely tender a public apology to say I'm very sorry for calling you a thief.
All right, Dr. Bate, I finally found the video where she talked about Umahi allegedly tying a towel and coming to her room. Well, over the weekend, David Umahi dismissed the allegations of death and sexual harassment made by Tracy Nicholas Ohiri, speaking to the press during an inspection of construction projects in Enugu. Umahi flatly denied owing anyone, describing Ohiri's claims as baseless. He went further, joking that if it were Senator Natasha making the allegations, his face would be bolder, and questioned why anyone would accuse a man as handsome as himself of chasing them for 12 years. Let's take a look.
What you read on social media, I'm not worried about it. It makes me stronger, and I've fought many battles, so this is nothing. There's nothing wrong to say, oh, you are chasing a woman. But if it is Natasha that is accusing me of chasing her out, then my face will be bolder. But not anyhow person that will accuse this handsome man of chasing him for 12 years. Look, that person must be the queen of ignorance. Because any one man that cannot chase a Senator Natasha for 12 years. So it's just to make social media to their life. But I think we can turn in our attention to the war in Iran now. And then allow him to remind.
The war in Iran is certainly on the front burner. Well, and in a show of solidarity, women from Umahi's hometown of Uburu in Ebonyi State, including widows, students, and elderly men, converged on the minister's country home overnight to express their support for the works minister amid the controversy surrounding the Tracy Ohiri allegations. Let's take a look. Well, among those present were widows on his payroll and students under his scholarship scheme, all affirming their confidence in his leadership. For his supporters, this outpouring of community loyalty alongside his well-documented philanthropy paints the picture of a man who pays his debts and cares for his people, while casting further doubt on Tracy Ohiri's claims that he has owed her for 12 years without settlement. However, the matter remains before the courts, and that is ultimately where it will be decided. By quickly on the court. Yeah, because
yes,
we can't bring this.
All right, let's get into it very quickly. I think for me, the biggest indictment here is on our systems. Because the reason why not just this lady, more people have started coming out to social media to accuse people and to voice where they feel they have been violated or they've been wronged, is because there's no more faith in the institutions that are supposed to protect people. Because in this instance, you hear the lady saying different values, 3 million. I saw a post where somebody was saying that, oh no, the value of the goods has changed over time. That's why she keeps changing the value of the goods. I don't know about the time frame that keeps changing. But it all paints a sad story of the fact that these are details that should be unraveling in court. It's not for us on social media. We can't, there's not much we can do in terms of the frameworks of the law for you to get the redress that you need. And then when you now sort of mix it with now issues of sexual harassment, for me, I get concerned because it trivializes something that is very, very serious. Allegations of sexual harassment are notoriously globally very difficult to prove. They are sensitive issues, and I think they should be treated as such. I don't think that her docket in court, her petition in court rather, has these allegations contained in it. So I think it's also, it's unfair for them to be thrown around on social media. I think she should lay a formal complaint around that. But let it all be settled in court, to be honest, because it's turning into a charade and it's now making nonsense. When you speak of sexual harassment specifically, you can't rubbish something that is a very, very real challenge for women in business, in the workplace, in politics, and sort of turn it into this triviality.
We'll take our good news report.
Let me quickly go. What I've always maintained is I don't care whatever transpired between them in the past. What I care about is the process and the high-handedness of the law officials. And that's what they did. That's why you see, if the woman didn't faint, they were still hell-bent on taking the woman to jail to be able to disgrace her while after the court had granted bail. Secondly, Umahi now went ahead in the Jokula to sexualize Senator Natasha Akpoti. Some people will claim he was joking. What has Natasha Akpoti got to do in that matter when he was saying, if it was Natasha Akpoti that was chasing me, you would say somebody's chasing me. And then you denigrated the woman by body shaming her by saying, not that person that is chasing me and all of that. We must just put things in proper context. He might do charity for his people and all of that. Everybody, we all do charity one way or the other. But please, processes must be adhered to.
Yes, I definitely agree with you. Processes must be adhered to. And I thought that was such an important, point there, even with the lady fainting and having to rush her to the hospital and all of that. I hope that she is safe. But, Umahi has said that, he's denied the allegations. And at the end of the day, this matter will be settled in court. Now, let's take this positive story from the New York Times, shining a global spotlight on the Dangote refinery and how Africa's largest refinery is reshaping Nigeria's oil economy. The paper opens with a striking image of Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, detailing how he once owned multiple homes across several countries, a Rolls-Royce, a Ferrari, and a nightlife of fancy parties. But roughly 2 decades ago, the 68-year-old said he got serious about industrialization, sold the cars, gave up the homes abroad, and poured everything into building sugar refineries, salt companies, cement factories, and fertilizer plants. Dangote told the New York Times that proving Africa is capable of large-scale industrialization done by one of its own was far more important to him than any life of luxury. That conviction produced the Dangote refinery, which currently employs 30,000 people, 80% of whom are Nigerian, with expansion plans set to grow that workforce to 65,000, and Dangote is not stopping there. Last year, his foundation announced 45,000 scholarships, 10,000 of which will go exclusively to female students. When asked about his legacy, Dangote stated that his legacy is to provide what Nigeria and the rest of the world needs. The story of a man who chose legacy over luxury. When the New York Times dedicates a feature to your story, the world is paying attention. For too long, Nigeria's narrative on the global stage has been defined by corruption, insecurity, and missed potential. Today, one of the world's most respected newspapers is telling a different story, one of ambition, skill, and industrial transformation. Congratulations to Aliko Dangote and to Nigeria. Good news. I love to highlight positive stories. I mean, one day, Dr. Abati will be featured in the New York Times. I'm waiting for that day. But hopefully we can have time to do your Iran story. But we'll take this story now under milestones. Celebrating the legendary Nollywood actress, Omotola Jalade Ekinde, who has just marked her 30th anniversary in the industry with the release of her new film, A Mother's Love. Ekinde is a renowned Nigerian actress, singer, and philanthropist who has captivated audiences in Nigeria and around the world through her extraordinary range and delivery. She made her debut in 1995 with the film Venom of Justice and has never looked back. By 2014, she was conferred with a Member of the Order of the Federal Republic by the Nigerian government in recognition of her outstanding contributions to the Nigerian movie industry. Over the weekend, stars gathered to mark the milestone. And what a milestone it is. For the first time in 30 years, Omotola stepped behind the camera, taking on the role of director for A Mother's Love, a film that highlights the strength, sacrifice, and resilience of women.
Yeah.
If you really like that boy, you will come home immediately.
There will be serious consequences.
Help me understand how to help him, Odubisi.
It's only find my path.
30 years of excellence and she's still breaking the ground. Congratulations to Omotola Jalade Ekinde on this incredible milestone. A dear friend of mine, I am really proud of her. 30 years strong. On that note, I'd love to thank you all for your great analysis, as always, on what's trending. And congratulations, Omo Sexy. Well, that's all I have for you guys on what's trending today. I'll see you all tomorrow.